The paddock had eyes for just one team on Thursday morning. Ferrari debuted a fascinating rotating rear wing, which activates via a central pivot, flipping the entire upper element a full 180 degrees.
Now, I want you to pay attention to the rear wing on the Ferrari SF26. Now, what we're talking about is the upper element of the rear wing, and you can see it very clearly just sitting on top there. Now, watch it go back into corner mode. There you go. The wing has fully rotated around. Ferrari have discovered something quite clever in the regulations, I feel. It doesn't specify that the wing has to be mounted the right way up when the active aero is deployed. An upside-down wing in aircraft wing configuration should reduce aerodynamic drag because it's even generating a bit of lift. And then they've come up with a mechanism to allow it to rotate all the way around.
The team in red will hope this innovation can propel them up the leaderboards, having completed 2025 without a race victory. Hamilton completed just the 5 laps in the morning session after Ferrari investigated an issue with the chassis. Team principal Fred Vasseur cautious to label themselves as the team to beat ahead of the new season.
I think everybody is doing innovation. Sometimes it's visible, sometimes it's not. I'm sure that our competitors and everybody on the grid is doing exactly the same. That it's true that the last 2 bits that we bought on track were visible from outside, but it's not a big difference with the others. And I don't know if it will be for Melbourne or for the next one.
Other teams struggling for laps were Racing Bulls and Audi. Neither completed more than 30 laps across the opening 4-hour session. Despite this, Bortoleto clocked an impressive lap on the prototype tyre, the 5th fastest of the morning session. Nico Hülkenberg took his seat for the afternoon, completing over 70 laps while setting the 7th fastest time. It was a trickier time for Liam Lawson in his Racing Bulls. A massive double front lockup at turn 1 was followed by a mistake at turn 11.
Most of the time you'd see him just straighten up and go offline. I wonder if they were under strict orders not to go over the curb or something, and he's out of desperation just thinking somehow find some front grip and don't send me over that bigger curb.
Max Verstappen was in for the day at Red Bull. The Milton Keynes outfit, who missed significant running on Wednesday, got back on track with the 4-time champ at the wheel. Despite running over the curbs at turn 11 and locking up while attacking turn 4, the Dutchman completed 56 laps in the morning, setting the 2nd fastest time. A smooth afternoon saw Verstappen end the day with nearly 140 laps. He clocked the 3rd fastest time of the day.
In general, for us, it's been a very positive start to the year. Building a whole new fresh power unit from the ground up. It's been really impressive to see. It's been really enjoyable working with everyone, and it's of course a very proud moment for all of us. So it's been nice. But yeah, overall I'm very happy with the car. In general, we don't have too many, let's say, problems. So that's been okay.
Thursday saw the usual trials and tribulations out on track. Alex Albon and Fernando Alonso locked up into turn 8 before the Spaniard took an interesting route through turn 10.
Honestly, nothing funky going on. He's approaching with a modest speed, braking with plenty of steering angle. That's always going to induce your left front lockup.
The new world champ wasn't spared either. Lando Norris joined the list of those running off-piste, going straight on at turn 1 before locking a front left tyre into the off-camber turn 10. Regardless, the 2025 champion completed 72 laps, setting the fastest time of the morning in the process.
For me, I've only got now 1 more PM and tomorrow afternoon, and then the next stop is Australia. So it's coming quickly, but as far as tests go, I think we got through a lot of our stuff. We know where we're missing out and what we really need to focus on, but it's hard to kind of improve as much as what you would like right now. So I think, just as far as understanding our own stuff, understanding the car, we've done a good job. The team are doing a good job, and that's all we can ask for now.
Franco Colapinto also impressed during the morning session, the Argentinian completing a lap to put him 7th in the leaderboard. However, the 22-year-old joined the list of those that veered off into the runoff at turn 10 before later struggling with his car's stability through turn 1.
I mean, he was locking the rears, not the fronts. So that is the fine line that you get with these regulations. You either, you start locking the fronts, and therefore you move the brake balance rearward, you harvest more energy on entry, and you end up with moments like this.
The Argentinian returned to complete the day, suffering a big lock-up with an hour remaining. The Alpine man ended the day with a total of 120 laps while setting the 6th fastest time of the day. Aston Martin's tricky test continued as Fernando Alonso ground to a halt 1 hour into the afternoon session.
That rev and lack of drive to the rear wheel says to me quite clearly that's something in the transmission that's gone crunch and isn't working very well at all. It sounds like a drive shaft or the clutch or the gearbox itself has failed. It doesn't sound like the power unit has actually had an issue, because you could hear it quite clearly revving away very freely.
And McLaren's Oscar Piastri flirted with the margins as he pushed his 2026 Challenger.
Fighting it. Whoa! I thought turn 12 was easy. Not right now. If you're Oscar Piastri, you could just hear the car sparking out. That was ground effect style. You can see it there as well. And in the end, has a big moment as the car bottoms out over the bumps. A big save for Oscar.
McLaren team boss Zak Brown content with the car's development with just one day of running left to go before the season opener in Australia.
Yeah, I think we've produced a good car. I think we'll be in the Big Four. I don't think we're in the front of the Big Four, but it's going to be a long season with a lot of development. We're still learning, but I think we're in a good starting position. But I think the red guys and the silver guys, I think, are looking very strong. And I don't think we've seen everything yet at a Red Bull, but I think we're definitely in the top four.
Mercedes led the leaderboard for laps completed on Wednesday, the Silver Arrows looking for their first championship since winning the Constructors in 2021. Team boss Toto Wolff cautious to label themselves favourites ahead of the 2026 season.
We don't really know where everybody stands, because 10 kilograms of fuel load can make 3 to 3.5 tenths of a second in lap time difference. So you can kind of best guess where everybody is. You know, it's 4 teams at the moment that it's pretty much the usual suspects in either way. And I would think we are part of the group that can compete at the front.
But the Silver Arrows ended the day fastest despite a big lock-up at Turn 1 for Kimi Antonelli. The Italian in his second season hoping to grace the top step of the podium for the first time in Formula One. A late systems test gave us a glimpse of what we can look forward to in 2026.
And it's lights out and away we go. And look, they all get away pretty well, but Max Verstappen slower than Esteban Ocon, who nips past, says thank you very much, and Lewis Hamilton getting the best start of all and takes the lead into the first corner from Kimi Antonelli and Esteban Ocon. And that Ferrari, for the second practice start in a row, has been the rocket launcher, as it were, on the grid.
Antonelli was fastest ahead of Piastri, Verstappen, Hamilton and Norris. Franco Colapinto impressed with P6, and he was followed by Hülkenberg, Russell, Ocon and Lawson. Just outside the top 10 was Alex Albon, the Thai driver ahead of Bortoleto, Behrman, Perez and Alonso as Bottas propped up the leaderboard. McLaren ended the day with the most laps, Mercedes not far behind. Third was Red Bull, as Haas and Alpine completed the top 5. Williams, Cadillac, Racing Bulls and Audi all completed over 100 laps, as Ferrari and Aston Martin rounded out the runners.